Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.
Welcome everyone to another edition of the Red Pill Chauvinist Show. I'm your braggadocious, your very humble host, the Red Pill Chauvinist. Yay, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through again, man. Supporting the channel, supporting the message. Make sure you share this video. Or if anything, spread the message to those that you love. So in the last episode, or one of the episodes I did, I spoke about how, a lot of times, whether they know it or not, a lot of people, especially young males, are afraid of becoming great, are afraid of becoming successful. And what I realized from doing that video is that a lot of the topics that I'm gonna speak about in this season stems off of or goes under the umbrella of fear. They say you fear what you don't know. And that's what the problem is with a lot of young males nowadays, is that they lack knowledge. They lack experience. They lack these experiences which will eventually help them to gain wisdom. So that's why nowadays you have 45-year-olds, 50-year-olds who are just old males. They're not aged adults. They're not wise men. They're just old boys. Fear what you don't know. A lot of guys nowadays need to acknowledge what they fear. And they should start by asking themselves, damn, what is it that I don't know? I'm gonna do an episode on that entitled, You Don't Know What You Don't Know. It's a simple statement, but a profound one at that. You don't know what you don't know. Again, that's another episode. But in this episode, we're going to focus on projection. Projection, whether you're projecting something into the universe or someone projecting something onto you. Because you have to realize that you are the producer, the director, main actor, editor, of your life. You are the true man show. Let me say that again. You are the true man show. There's times where I live my life, something will happen, and I look to the side like, yo, you leave this shit? Like I got a fourth wall. Like I got an audience watching me. You know what I mean? So let's just give you an idea of projection, or idea of that you are the director of your life. You have the power to control anything and everything in your life, whether you know it or not, consciously or subconsciously. But in this episode, I'm going to talk about controlling the life around you on a subconscious level. Don't hear too many people talking about that. But before I get into that, about the projection, I still have to hone in on fear. Because to be honest, fear is what's holding a lot of men, young males, and some men, because again, my definition of what a man is someone who can control their emotions, set their emotions aside and use logic and reason. Fear is not necessarily in that definition, even though fear is an emotion, but I would like to separate it for sake of this discussion. Fear is what's holding a lot of people back from greatness. Fear is what's holding people back from the best version of themselves. Fear is the biggest obstacle to young males becoming grown, wise men. And why is that? In order to become a grown, wise man, you have to go through experiences. Not only do you have to go through experiences, you more importantly have to learn from these experiences. Because like I said, a part of becoming successful and part of becoming great is failure. But too many young males and too many young males are afraid to fail, not realizing that that's a part of the path to success and greatness. So I preface this episode talking about fear because projecting fear into the universe, whatever you fear of the universe has no choice but to bring it right back to you. So that's why I'm also going to talk about being mindful of what you think and being mindful of the words that come out of your mouth. Because again, you are the director. The universe works for you. It's the universe. You're the head. You don't realize in this True Man movie, in this True Man show, you are the main actor and you're also the audience. Yeah, that's a little deep, so I'm not even gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about it at another time. But not only are you the director, main actor, and all that, you're also the audience. You are observing yourself, right? So with that being said, what is there to fear? You mostly fear what you don't know. So to give you an example, I remember when I went to Costa Rica in 2019, and I call it Iguana Alley because it's like this little dirt road that you got to go through in order to get to the main road, so you can get to the stores where you can eat, you can shop, do whatever. So when I first got to my Airbnb at night, we drove down Iguana Alley. I didn't know it was Iguana Alley at the time. We drove down Iguana Alley at nighttime. No big deal. The next morning when I woke up, I'm like, I'm not gonna call a cab. It's not that far. It's probably like a quarter mile. I could walk that. So I get to this dirt road and I hear in the foliage. I'm like, oh, okay, what's that? Mind you, it's a lot of nature around, big trees. You know what I'm saying? Bushes and all that. You know what I mean? So nature's around me. Again, and I'm like, yo, what is that? And then, real talk. All right, so my first time going through Iguana Alley, I didn't see any iguanas. But by the time I got to the end of that road, I saw like a tail that looked like an alligator tail, like a baby alligator. 'Cause again, I didn't know it was iguanas at this time. So I saw this long tail just into the. I'm like, oh, we got alligators over here? I said, damn, I gotta walk this way back. What's that? Fear. I don't know nothing about no alligators. I ain't never been around no alligators. Matter of fact, this is my first time in this country. So I don't even know what type of animal that is. Boom. On my way back, I seen like a family of iguanas. I was like, oh, and mind you, them things is huge. Not like size, but long. Them things is long. And I was like, oh. But long story short, not to keep this too long, my first couple of times experiencing iguanas and seeing them in their natural nature, I had fear. Why did I have fear? I didn't fear for my life. It was more of a fear of, what can they do to me? What do they eat? Are they afraid of me, or do they attack me? Like, is that the way they normally act? So all these questions was from a lack of knowledge. So what I do, went back to my Airbnb, got on Google, iguanas. Okay, what they like to do? They kind of fear humans? Oh, they don't, okay. You know what? Oh, they only eat fruits and, all right. Next time I seen her, I'm not gonna lie and say that my fear was completely gone, but I noticed the drastic difference. Now I can walk by them and just not even stop, be like, oh, okay, I can actually observe them now in their natural habitat, as opposed to being like, oh, I hope they don't see me and come get me and attack me. It's like 4 of them right there, you know what I mean? So my fear got me to a point where I started to appreciate seeing them. Now, another quick example of fear that people have is the fact that people fear rejection, whether it be from a job, whether it be from, cold approaching a woman, even hot approaching a woman, or whatever. People fear rejection. When I would say is rejection is a moment to learn. Why were you rejected? Did that person do you a favor? Because you may have been rejected or not hired for a particular job, and come to find out they have terrible working conditions. We have terrible leaders, managerial people in the managerial positions are terrible. You know what I mean? So just understand that everything in this world happens for a reason. And if you are consciously the director of your life, you will direct yourself in the direction that you need to go. That's not to say you're going to direct yourself in a direction where there's no pain, no heartache, no depression. But just know you're the director. You directed yourself in that direction for a reason. And it's up to you to pass the test that you put in front of you. Now let's get into projection. Projection is like a projector screen. It comes from this machine and it projects it onto a wall, right? So the image on the wall is not even real. It's not even real, because it's just light. It's just a manipulation of light. What's real is the projector that's projecting that light onto the wall. Guess who the projector is? You. Guess what the wall is that's projecting this light? The world. Okay? So with that being said, now that we know what projection is, that you're the projector and the screen is the world, reality, I say that to say, understand, we're going subconscious. I say that to say that you control what's on the wall. You control what's projected and what you see on the wall, what you perceive on the wall. Don't allow somebody else to project onto your wall. So let's give an example of you projecting onto your wall. Example of you projecting onto your own wall is, in a negative way, is I hope I don't run into traffic today. So when you said that out your mouth and projected that into the universe, what you projected out of your projector out of your projector onto the screen was a vision or a movie of you stuck in traffic. Understand, the universe is sitting right here, right next to you. The universe don't got the projector. The universe just watching the movie, your universe, your life, your reality. Like, are you on traffic? Cause we don't talk by words with the universe. We talk with our mind. So when you're like, damn, I hope I don't have no traffic today, man. Universe don't even look at you. You just looking at the screen. He's in the audience too. Like, oh, okay, you want traffic? Heavy traffic? Got it, boss. Cause like I said in another video, the universe does not understand the word not. So if you say something like, I do not want to get sick, take the word not out of that sentence. Now what you're really saying to the universe is, I do want to get sick. You understand? Health is wealth. Health and abundance. You know what I'm saying? That's just me undoing what I just said. Don't get it twisted. I'm teaching on this video, but I believe what I teach. So I'm not about to say what I just said about being sick and not undo it. And just know that a positive thought is 10, 20, 30 times stronger than a negative thought. So you can think of one negative thought like, oof, just think of positive, just think of positive reinforcements after that, and you'd be good to go. Word. So this video isn't more so on the things that you project. You definitely should be mindful of that. But what I really want to focus on as far as like projection is concerned, I want to talk about you being mindful of people around you projecting things onto you. It's like they hijack your projector reel and put their own film in it. What does that look like? Oh, you know, if I was you just got a raise, right? Okay, if I was you, I would do this and buy this and do this and da. But if you did what they said, then you'd be in more debt. Oh, you know, you going to where? Oh man, I heard it's dangerous out there, man. Like, wow, you going by yourself? Oh man, they might kidnap you, bro. They might take your kidney and that's projection. Because think about it. When they say something to you like, oh, if I was you, I would do X, Y, Z. If this is somebody that you respect, you're going to at least give it some thought. You can at least give it some thought. Maybe I should buy a luxury car. You're not even thinking about the extra payment. But again, that's creating more debt. Damn, yo, I didn't think about that. If I go to Costa Rica by myself, I might get kidnapped. Why are you saying all this? You're thinking all this in your brain. And while you're thinking all this in your brain, guess who's sitting right next to you watching this projection? The universe, like, you want to get kidnapped? And your kidney taken? Alright. Let me see. Let me see how long you hold this thought. I don't think you're serious. Let me see how long you hold this thought. Because if somebody says that to you as far as like getting your kidney taken and getting kidnapped and all that, all you can do to trump that thought process is think about all the good times you're gonna have. Man, when I get to Costa Rica, I can't wait to hit that beach, man. I heard they have white sand beaches. The water's crystal clear. Woo! I bet you the food is gonna be pretty good too, man. Like, ooh, I can't believe it, man. Like, man, I think they said they gotta have like like native toucans, like just flying abundantly. And don't forget, you're gonna be horseback riding through the Costa Rican jungle, man. That's gonna be fun. You're not even thinking about getting your kidneys taken no more. That's what the universe is gonna see. You understand? So even if it's not name calling, even if it's not traveling, even if it's not when it comes to dating, because even with dating, what I would say is that dating has evolved. What it has evolved into, I'm not ready to say right now on this episode. But for me to say that dating's completely over, I would nix that notion. You know what I mean? It's just a different form of dating, different ways of dating. And the last thing I say about projection, don't allow somebody's name calling. Don't accept somebody's name calling as if that is who you are. Again, you are the director, the producer, the editor, and the main character. You decide who you are. So, I mean, at the same time, I do have to give this little note. If it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. But with that being said, just because somebody calls you a simp, a beta, or even as something as childish as, you know, they're calling you ugly, you can't allow somebody's opinions of you, impression of you, change the way that you think of yourself. You understand? So just like, you know, at my job, they'll say something like, some of the people will say something like, oh, you know, that dude RPC, oh, he's lazy, he's always missing, we always gotta go look for him and all that. But as soon as you put rubber to the road and actually ask the real questions, well, when was he missing? When did you have to look for him? How many times did that occur? And you find that nobody has any answers to any of these questions. My response when I hear people say that is, well, if that's the case, why haven't I never been written up before? I've never been suspended, pulled into the office to be spoken about that. How come doctors have nothing but high praises for me? So again, don't allow people's projections, opinions, and impressions of you to decide who you are. Let your own actions speak for yourself. Speak for you. And with that said, man, projection. Be mindful of your projections into the world through your mouth and your mindset. And don't allow another person to take your real out of your projection and put their own real into your life. You are the leader. You are the king. You are the God of your life. RPC. Appreciate y'all for coming through.
Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.